Hey guys, welcome back to Witches of the Moon. I am one of your hosts, Dia, aka OriOasis.com. What? And this week we're talking about, I don't like low-key hype, but it's trying to be quiet right now. This week we're talking about our favorite tarot cards. I don't know why I just blanked out. But we're talking about favorite tarot cards. So one of my favorite tarot cards is the Fool card. Now first, because I'm going to do a little sidebar on this. Yes, I am. Boom. Okay. So this is the Fool card, which in this deck it is called the Emerging One, right? But in most decks this would be considered the Fool. But this particular deck, first of all, just came out in January and it's already sold out. Not only is it sold out, this particular deck is considered a collector's item. Boom. And I am so proud to be one of the few. By few, there's actually a lot of us, but in the grand scheme of the world, the few, to have this deck, which is Dust to Onyx deck. This girl, she did the darn thing. Look at this. She did the darn thing. Dust to Onyx deck. For those who, this deck was started on Kickstarter, so you would have had to order this deck in 2016 anyway, because the deck wasn't even created yet. It was started on Kickstarter. For those who know about Kickstarter, you had to put the money in first, then the product gets created, then it goes through steps, and then gets put out. And I am so proud to have, look at the shine. Look at the. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me get back to the video. Okay. And before y'all ask, no, you will not be seeing me do readings with that, because that is now a collector's edition. So that means I have to order another one, and get that deck to use, because I will not be touching this. I want it to stay a collector's item, and I want it to grow in value. Thank you very much. However, I am going to show you this card. This card is called the Emerging One, but it's close to the Fool. Now, this is the Thoth Tarot deck, and this is also, you know, in this deck, this is actually called the Fool in the Thoth Tarot deck. Now, in most decks, hold on for a second. Excuse me, I am not trying to get, they about to play PlayStation. I am not trying to get this video flagged for copyright infringements for some noise that they do in the background because they just want to have a good time, okay? Okay. Now, in most decks, what you will see is the tarot card. Maybe I can open this one. The tarot card, the tarot card, the Fool card is normally, I don't think this Fool, my tarot cards always have a different stuff in their decks. The Fool card, though, is normally in most decks. Some type of kid or teenage-looking person standing near a cliff or by a cliff or by water, basically by something where they could fall or hurt themselves, and normally some type of dog in the background somewhere. And I'm trying to see if this one has the classic one for that. And y'all ain't got to hold on for that. Hold on. Okay, so this deck is the Tarot of Ages deck, right? Now, while this deck is the closest to the classic that I have, where you got the guy, the bag, the element of danger there with the crocodile, and then, you know, a little bit of element of danger here. However, he's just on his way. Normally it's some type of dog or something, but most decks are closer to something like that. First of all, the Thoth Tarot deck is not that hard to understand. You just have to be more into astrology, Egyptian or Kemetic studies, and to some degree the left-hand pan, Kabbalah, and the esoteric side of the Bible. That's, you know, that's pretty much what the Thoth Tarot deck is. It's a combination of all that. With the Fool, there's elements. There's with this particular card, right? The reason why I love the Fool is because there's an element of spirit and there's an element of materialism, but as you can see, there's a clear line drawn in between. So with that, and even on this one has, again, the young child, the third eye open, but it has a sacrificial lamb. And in that, in some ways, the Fool is sacrificial, as in the way that, or the sacrificial lamb, as in the way that spring is the sacrificial lamb. Whereas something old is dying, something new is starting, you don't necessarily know what is new, but you keep going with the energy, you keep doing. And in doing something new, there's an element of protection to it up to a certain point. So what do I mean by that? I mean that knowledge can only take you but so far. And there's some aspects that experience can teach you that knowledge never can have or can't touch. So it's one thing to know something, it's another thing to experience something. And when you're experiencing, you do get to a point where you've had so much experience that you can get stuck in the experience and you need new knowledge. And this is why I love the way these two cards express that, because once you get to a point where you have experienced so much, you have to go to another point where you have to get new knowledge. Otherwise, you get stuck in that experience and then you get stuck in that loop and you can't get out of old habits and new ways. And this is part of the reason why, you know, you have to go back to that kid again and have your old ways, old habits be sacrificed. And in that sacrifice, you become like a kid again, because now you have to go off of just straight spirit, just straight what you think you know, what you think would apply, which will give you an element of protection because you don't really know yet, and let that take you to a certain point until again you got to go back. So it's a whole circle, this is why they say pictures are worth 1,000 words, which is one of the reasons why I love this picture, because for me, it makes more sense. With the kid and the sacrificial lamb and the third eye, how it circles, and also why I love Thoth Tarot, because in the same aspect, you have everything up here, which is all high and good stuff, but if you stay up here too long, you're going to trip and fall, and you'll never get things done. But this bottom part is more so the manifest the world of things, but if you stay here too long, it becomes detrimental to you, which is why you have the crocodile there, tiger there, you know, it's more detrimental stuff, and you get stuck. If you see closely, it's like two people there that's like stuck, like eye to eye. They can't see nothing else besides what they've been doing, what's right there, what's stuck in their experience. So to me, the Fool card represents balance. There's a time and place where you need to sit back, have several seats, and learn as much as you can learn. But there's also time where you need to come up out them books and do something to gain experience to go with the knowledge, or to change the knowledge, or to see if the knowledge is practical for at least you. You know, some knowledge is practical for everybody, but not every knowledge is practical for you. So in theory, things are good, but in practice, a lot of times it doesn't work, or you have to switch it for it to work for your particular situation. For example, in theory, right, because most of us, of course, if we're living there, we don't live way back then. So in theory, when you read most books, when they tell you to set a trick for somebody, they're telling you to bury under a person's front yard, bury upon a person's step, and all that. Now, for most people who live in the city, that means you got to pull up cement. In theory, that's a good idea. In practicality, you're going to get caught way before you get a chance to pull up that cement to put something underneath it. So you need the experience of know what to do to get around that. And then that brings on new knowledge that you can test out again and tweak and see. So that's the whole idea of the Fool card. There is some aspect of protection to it, and you have to get things done, but there's also an aspect where, you know, it becomes dangerous when you get set in certain ways and you don't sit back and learn new things. So that is my favorite card in the deck. Most people think the Hermit card is my favorite card in the deck, but I do like thought pair and stuff like that, but I like experiencing things too, on my own terms. Alright guys, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Don't forget to rate. I think I said it with the T. Comment, rate, and subscribe. And watch everybody's videos, and I'll see y'all next week.